What's your name?
My name's Joe Thorson.
And what are you fighting for today?
I'm fighting for my country. I'm fighting for my grandchildren. We need some help.
What's the difference you feel you can make?
I can lift up my voice. I can let my feelings be known. I need to find courage. We need to find a good path to take to change this. This is not right. This is not normal. This is not good. Right is right, and no man has this right.
First of all, what's your name?
Maria Mead, M-E-A-D.
And what are you fighting for today?
I am fighting for democracy, that we don't go into a more authoritarian state than we are now, which I feel that we're rapidly falling into authoritarianism.
And what's the biggest difference you feel you can make right now?
Right now I'm looking at it like this is just the start of mini protests, that we need to show that we are big in number and we are the majority, and I look at this as just a start. I think that there are going to have to be many of these. I just learned that in Hungary now there are 100,000 people marching at a time, and I think it's going to take that kind of movement to make a huge difference, but we need to start somewhere, and we're networking and uniting, and it's exciting.
What is it that you're fighting for today?
Our freedom, democracy, rights, human rights, everything that Trump is going against.
And what's the biggest difference you feel you can make today?
Protesting and giving our voice out there to have it heard.
Okay, what's your name?
Anita Stoddard.
And what are you fighting for today?
I'm fighting for our women's rights.
Tell me more.
I want them to keep their hands off of our health care. I want women to quit dying because they've had a miscarriage. I want women to not be put in jail because they had a miscarriage. I want women to be able to make their own health choices, not some man to be able to make our health choices, and definitely not politicians.
So what's the biggest difference you feel you can make?
Showing up and this is about the only thing I know to do is to show up and protest and tell them that I don't like what's going on. I don't like the way they're gutting our government, firing everybody, and spending money to go golfing. I don't know what else to do other than to call my politicians and to show up at protests.
So, what are you fighting for today?
Everything?
Tell me more.
All
Everything's
the
a lot.
injustice, all the crap, all the oligarchy,
All the fascism.
all the illegal activity that's going on in the government.
Exactly. I'm fighting for the Constitution.
And what's the biggest difference you feel you can make?
The biggest difference is the lying, the cheating, the stealing.
Now, what difference can we make?
Oh, what we can make?
Yeah.
Talking about it.
Being out, talking to people, being positive, doing positive things,
Resisting.
helping people that need help.
Okay, what are your names? Greg.
And Julie,
Julie, what are you fighting here today for?
Everything, our democracy, my life, marginalized groups that have been oppressed from the time this country was established, anti-racism, the end of white supremacy,
I'd say our
all of
democracy.
it, our democracy, all of it.
Just the insanity of what this new administration is doing. It's just unbelievable.
And demanding that our democratic leaders step up and do something. And if they can't, then move over.
Right. And what is the biggest difference you feel you can make?
So many little differences. Sending money to Black-owned organizations, supporting people through volunteering and feeding people, and taking small actions, doing this. Everything I can, not sitting back.
Yeah.
Not
Talking
sitting
with
back
others.
idle, not complaining. We're not victims. We are the people.
Yes.
What's your name?
Susan Strome, S-T-R-O-M-E.
Susan, what are you fighting for today?
I am fighting for protection of science and healthcare. One particular focus is National Institutes of Health, which has been really critical. Hi there. This is Carol Greider, my colleague, also at UC Santa Cruz. National Institutes of Health has been critical for developing drugs and treatments and vaccines that have saved many, many lives. And Trump and team have fired principal investigators at the NIH and have totally destroyed the infrastructure. And it's tragic, and we won't recover from this for years, decades, maybe ever.
Wow.
That's what I'm fighting for.
So what's the biggest difference you want to make right now?
What's the biggest difference? Ooh.
Rescuing American science.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Rescuing American science. I mean, that's maybe doable. I have bigger visions, but I don't think they're doable within the next 4 years.
The young scientists, because they're not going to be getting jobs now, because there aren't going to be jobs now, we're going to lose a generation of scientists because they won't have anywhere to go. And recovering from that will be very difficult.
Very difficult. And even the established scientists who are now in positions are leaving our country. They're moving to other countries. So there will be a brain drain that is really sad. Americans are going elsewhere because they're not being supported here.
What is your name?
My name's Dr. Marilyn Mariposa Bernstein, licensed acupuncturist, and I'm part of the Indivisible Health and Human Services Committee. And we're here today to save healthcare, period. I'm a big proponent of single-payer healthcare and supporting the public clinics, Medi-Cal, which is our California version of Medicaid, as well as Medicare. I'm 68, and we really want to save all that. So
And what's the biggest difference you feel you can make right now?
lots of visibility and lots of calls, lots of in-person protests, supporting the different clinics that are having financial struggles, letting people know that they can do something simple, like if they go buy some diapers for their friends, they could drop off a set of diapers at Salud para la Gente or one of the other clinics that are struggling. So just making things known, and also really making sure that people that are in red districts know that their congresspeople are not supporting their health care when over 50% of them are Medicare, Medicaid recipients.
Yeah. Okay.
What is your name and what are you here for today?
My name is Angela Marshall, and I'm one of the co-organizers along with Amanda Harris Altice and Jenny Evans. The three of us have worked together to organize all kinds of things around the county. We're one of the nationally recognized chapters here locally in Santa Cruz County.
Of Indivisible.
Correct.
Yes. So, what are you fighting for most of all right now?
Well, right now we're here for the Hands Off. We want to, it's a mass mobilization nationwide that was started by 5051, which is 50 states, 50 capitals, one day, all at noon. It's hands off all of the cuts that they've made to our government, the FDA, the NOAA, Social Security, Medicaid, education, teachers, libraries, on and on and on, everything basically category. And our issue teams are here as part of our organization. There are subgroups that each are representing one of those categories. So we have an education table, we have a immigration table, we have a health and human services table, and people can join to be part of that issues team to create actions for the community and for people to work specifically in the category that they are most passionate about. So those tables are all here today.
Okay.
The teams are all here today, so you can meet and greet people that are already in that team, and you can join a team.
Okay. So what's the biggest difference do you feel people can make right now to preserving our democracy?
Right now is being right here. Standing here in person, coming out, getting out of the house, showing up, and being here collectively as our community. And this is happening all across our nation.
My name is Cassandra Knight.
Cassandra, so what is the biggest difference you feel we can make right now?
I think that we should do what I was saying about that we tax the billionaires like 10% because they always call themselves Christian and run on these platforms, and they haven't done anything Christian yet. Okay, number one. Number two, it was like when it was created, when Social Security was created, they should have had it in an interest-bearing account to begin with, to be in step with inflation. But over the years, everybody just seemed to miss that, and it's simple business math.
Hands off our democracy!
First question is, what are you fighting for right now?
I'm fighting so that trans people in this country can live their lives. That's it.
And what's the one thing you can do to make a difference?
The one thing I can do to make a difference is to be visible. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to try to be someone else. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to suppress shit anymore. This is me. This is what you get.
So the question I have today for everybody, what are you fighting for today?
Actually, I'm fighting for my freedom.
For your freedom?
And also for Social Security for everybody. And I'm fighting for my kids that I won't get to see. And they have the freedom to live free in the United States government.
Great.
Up on the United States. Fighting for what my grandmother fought for me in Mississippi.
Great.
For my freedom.
What's the biggest difference you feel you can make right now?
Is being here and supporting the freedom of my family and friends to be supported.
Can I see your sign?
Took back what he stole from me, took it back, took back my dignity, took back my humanity. Well, here we go. Which one? We're gonna go on together.
Hold up that sign.
Went down to the rich man's house and took back what he stole from me.
Can I see your sign? Can I ask you a question?
You can.
Okay. What are you fighting for today here?
Oh man, I'm fighting for everything, but I'm fighting for our relationship with our allies. I'm fighting for a woman's right to choose and to have say over her body. I'm fighting for the fact that, you know, the only people we seem to be getting along with now are the most horrible countries, and all of our allies like Canada we have this relationship with, so it's terrible.
So what's the difference you feel you can make right now?
I think all of us standing together are so much stronger than standing alone.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What are you fighting for today?
It would really be nice to have the country live up to its liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. And what's the difference you feel you can make?
You know, I've done enough of this throughout my life. I got to march with Dr. King in Washington. I've protested the Vietnam War. I've done a bunch of this kind of social action. And I think, you know, we change what we can change right near where we are and go from there. You know, love everybody. Do what you can.
Can I ask you a question? What are you fighting for today?
Just to let him know everything he's doing is horrible. That we hate it.
Yeah. And what's the difference you feel you can make?
I think the more people that come out today, the more he will get the idea that he doesn't have a mandate. And what he's doing is really very upsetting to a lot of people.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay. The question is, what are you fighting for today?
Our country.
Want to expand on that?
Well, I think if we all stand up, we can fight back. It's working together is how we fight back. Individually, we don't have any power. Together, we have all the power.
Yeah, perfectly said. And what do you feel you can do to make the biggest difference?
I think joining groups like this, keep speaking out on whatever social media account you have, because I think it does make a difference.
Yeah.
Try and educate friends who may not maybe have sucked into the Fox News network, and not everybody's lost. Some people just aren't educated yet. And you got to keep trying to educate them.
Perfect.
I'm solid. I didn't have time. Hey, damn it! Here we are again. Yeah.
Is it Victor?
Victor.
Hi, Robert, of what I've got.
Okay, what are your names?
Bill?
Kelly.
And what are you fighting for today?
Fighting for truth, justice, and the American way.
All right.
Fighting against authoritarianism and oligarchy.
Right. And what's the biggest difference you feel you can make right now?
Just to fight.
Yeah, is to not be silent, speak the truth.
What's your name?
Paul?
Paul, what are you fighting for here today?
Human decency. The morals that I grew up with in the 50s.
Right, human decency. And how do you feel you can make a difference right now?
I don't know that I can make much of a difference except to make my voice heard.
Yeah.
If enough people stand up, we can change things the way things are going.
One of the, okay. What's your name?
Name's Tommy.
And what are you doing here today?
Sitting on my ass.
Yeah. And what you're also doing is you're giving away free drinks.
I'm just trying to, reconnect with the community. You know, I mean, these are the people that matter.
Yeah.
The ones that are here today.
So what's the biggest difference you feel you can make?
Endeavor to persevere.
Better than that.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Until you're thinking.
Sure.
What are you fighting for today?
Well, the list is long. I mean, where do you want to start? You know?
Top of mind.
let's see, first of all, rule of law. Second of all, sanity. Third of all, democracy. Fourth of all, the future of our planet. I mean, it's all rolled up into one nasty package.
Yeah. What's the biggest difference you feel you can make right now?
Honestly, we're in a place here where our vote on a political spectrum isn't much, but what we can all do is some of the most impactful ways we can influence the situation is by how we vote with our wallet. So, a lot of people that are enabling this administration that are most concerned, and the reason they're doing it is because they're concerned about their bottom line. So people like Jeff Bezos wants to bend the knee to Donald Trump. We don't have to shop at Whole Foods or use Amazon. In fact, we can use Amazon to research and look for everything we want to buy, and then we go buy it directly from the manufacturer or another source and let him do all the work and get none of the money. We don't have to go and patronize Home Depot. The owner of the Home Depot is one of the largest contributors to the Trump campaign. So if you're on Facebook, get off of it. So really, the people that are enabling this guy are not going to pay attention until their wallets start feeling the pinch, and that's kind of happening now with his crazy manipulations of the tariffs. But the more we can do it, the more it'll happen.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Great. Can I ask you a question? You can lower it now. What are you fighting for here today?
Oh, God, that's such a huge question.
Yeah, top of mind.
Organizing people, seeing resistance. Seeing resistance is healing, as opposed to stewing in my soup.
Yeah.
So I go to protests frequently so I don't stew in my soup. Because what's happening in America is horrific, and people need to see the resistance so that they can join us, because we need everybody out. We need everybody to talk about what we're losing now, what we've lost so far, what we're gonna lose. It's really important. So yeah, resistance.
What is the biggest difference you feel you can make right now?
Being seen and talking to the people who are Trumpsters in a compassionate way. That's what I aim to do at this point, because you got to watch Fox News to see who the enemy is, and that is important. So that's it. Watch Fox News to see your enemy and empathetically talk to the Trumpsters of the world. Because it's based in hate and bigotry and unkindness. And America is not that. America is radical inclusion in a way the world has never seen. So